What's good? It's your boy Fanon. What's happening this morning? See if we can get a good little boxing talk happening this morning. Hope all is well. Just got done watching 78 Sports TV on Black Fight Fan TV's live stream. Was very fun to watch, man. And also was watching this stuff going on in the UK, man. What's Judah Ben Israel? What's good, man? You know I'm chilling, just getting ready for this good fight this weekend, man. Get to see Carl Frampton fight, get to see Tyson Fury fight. I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah. Oh, for sure. You on the clock? Yeah, I'm on the clock. You on the clock, man? Hey, it's better than not being on the clock. You know how it is when you ain't got nothing today. You better be busy than not have anything to do. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week, man. Any day of the week, having something to do over not having anything to do. Man, let me hit this recycle button because this thing looks like it's just spinning. Yeah, there you go. That's better, man. Yes, sir. Branculus Bomb Squad UK. Did you see your boy go in? Oh, that was fun, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is actually adding some fun to boxing. That other crap, man, that just I won't let you in the ring with me unless we have a signed contract, and I don't want to hype the fight, and I don't like all this confrontation. Oh man, dog. He said, "Yes, sir. I saw your video. These dudes going to be at each other. I got to stay on the clock." Yeah, man, got to stay on the clock, dude. That's mandatory, man. That's something I'm learning later on in my life, man. I didn't work as hard when I was younger. Wish I would have. SJ Fish, what's good? What's going on, man? Say good morning, Fanon. Missed that logical boxing talk. Hey, yeah, I'm back at it, man. I just got to find a good time to do it. I'm working on a project for work that takes a lot of my time up, but hey man, I think as soon as 78 Sports TV and Black Fight Fan TV get done with their chat, I'm gonna probably just jump on. I was trying to do it in the morning before that, but it just wasn't working for me, man. You know, a wife and kids, man. That stuff gets, it gets you it makes it a little tougher to do it at that time, man. But you know how we go. I ain't going anywhere, man. We keep on grinding. JL Boxing and Esports. What's good, man? How you feeling, man? I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome to the channel. If I have, forgive me, man. It just didn't come to my mind right away. But hey, welcome to the channel. Nazir King said, hey, Fanon, AJ crying in his silk robe, asking his mama why these two fighting, mom. They supposed to chase me. You ain't lying, dog, and stole all of the thunder, man. Stole all of the Nazir, stole all of the thunder. I was going through the UK websites earlier today because that's what I do when I get up in the morning. Bomb Squad, my man Keshel Alexander, what's good, man? Young Merv, the Cut Man, what's good? John Green, what's good? Judah Ben here said, "Wow, stole all of Joshua's fans." Hey, man, and rightfully so, dude. Dude wasn't acting like he wanted them. He wasn't acting like he wanted them, man. You know those guys want to see Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. You know that's the value fight, man, but you don't want to give it up, dog. Yo, Noop. What's good, man? Fuck AJN this bitch Hearn. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is, man. I did a whole day of videos not talking about the heavyweights yesterday, man. I got on a bunch of different subjects. Kesh Alexander, man, the fans out there was massive seeing Wilder embrace the way that way brought it smile to my face. Yeah, man, it's good. It lets you know, man. It's encouraging. It's encouraging. V versus one loose stones. What's good, man? How you feeling? Excuse me, I got a case of the sniffles. Yeah, man, it's encouraging, man, because I like UK boxing, man. And those dudes are really, really, really trying to they were stealing, what do you call it, man? I used to call it when I smoke it, blowing my high, man. With all of that yak, man. But Fury is ash kicking, no doubt about it. Fury looks like he'll be in good shape for the Wilder fight. That's a tough fight, man. I'm telling you, man. Rod and Keisha Deloach, man. What's good with you? Yeah, man, that's a very, very tough fight, man. I'm telling you, that's a big guy who can move and who can fight and who's aggressive. He ain't scared. And he's never lost. And when you get cats up there that ain't never lost, man, they're gonna try to come bring it, man. Jeff, the producer for Nine, this is a perfect time to do your string right after Trill Talk. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, man, that's probably what it's gonna be. It's just I have a team meeting. I'm on this project, and I got team meetings, and sometimes, man, these cats be throwing a ton of work at me. But it ain't bad because I get paid for the ton of work, so I'll take it. But yeah, man, that's what's gonna do it, man. Jeff, yeah, Nazir King. The Wonderful Life with Bob, that was lit. Dave Smith, Ness from the Boxing Voice was on Eddie Hearn's payroll. Every show or interview, he's talking about Hearn's so-called millions. I don't know, man, Dave Smith. I think he's doing a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing, man. Because, Eddie Hearn is giving him the interviews. But look, man, dude is, I can't get on him, man. Eddie Ness, from what I understand, was asking tough questions at that about Deontay Wilder and why they weren't fighting. He's asking the questions. So, I really can't get on the Boxing Voice too much, man. I think that they're doing a pretty good job, man. They're not just, just open mic, letting the dude talk for 45 minutes and not making him at least talk a little bit of something about it. But I can see your point, man. I don't think they're that bad, though, man. Kashmir G said, good morning, Fanon. Always great to hear your perspective, fam. I appreciate that, man. I got one. I don't know how good it is. Boy, I be trying some of these cats be on me. But it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun saying what you think about boxing. What's good, Syndicate J in the house? Man, it's good. Man, I haven't done a live stream in a minute and haven't done many over the last month. I can't tell you, man, how nice it is to be talking to you guys about boxing in the morning. Nazir King, AJ doesn't have a gift of gab. He going to be at his press conference staring at Povetkin, thinking he's selling the fight. Look, AJ looks pissed. Povetkin shaking. Dude, yeah, Nazir King, you know what's interesting, man? I just there's a site that I look at all of the news from the UK. Basically all of boxing news. It's a little bit delayed, but it's one of those news aggregator sites, man. And all up and down it, from New Zealand, from the UK, from I think it's Ireland. They had the Irish flag and all that up there. It's Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, all through it, which makes sense because their fights, because Tyson Fury's fight's coming up this weekend. But they run in the middle of it was this puff piece about who Anthony Joshua's girlfriend was and how much his net worth was. And it's like, dude's just a media creation, man. So it is, dude's a media creation. What can you do? Emmanuel Mamak, what's good, man? Will Sistruck for 9. I was a AJ fan, but now I see the light. Bomb Squad. Yep. Hey, man. I was too. And as hard as that is to believe it, because I went hard, man. Oh, Kylie Frey said, I woke up early enough to catch you. 7:34 a.m. Cool. So I know that this time is a little bit better for some cats, man. You must be out there in Cali, man. Oh, Cali Freex. I'm tripping. Yeah. So you out there in Cali. Cool. So I know that this is a little better. The Boxing Clinic and more. What's good, man? I saw you up early morning, man, on your grind, man. I always love hearing you talk that good boxing, man. What's happening with you? V versus 1. Lou Stone said Wilder's a real champ, no doubt. Hey, man, they get a chance to prove it in this fight. When there is more than one champ, there's a bunch of title holders. But the guy that's acting like the champion has been Deontay Wilder, no doubt about it. He's actually acting hungry. He's acting like he's the guy that wants to ask the question for sure about who the champion is. Anthony Joshua is already of the mindset that he is the champion. But that's what happens when you got a bunch of people blowing smoke up your ass all day. You tend to think that you're the man, and then you wake up like, oh, damn. Whoa, what is all this? I thought everybody loved me. Why is everybody being so mean to me? Excuse me. Like Sean Porter and Kenny Porter coming out of their funk like 5 years late. Man, I heard that nonsense that dude talked about with all of these fight fans. Man, Kenny Porter's out his damn mind. I'm gonna switch to Kenny Porter for a second, man. Kenny Porter's out his damn mind. I didn't do a video on it, but I'm like, first of all, man, I don't even like seeing Sean Porter fight because it's a wrestling match, and I think that dude is one of the dirtiest fighters in boxing. And I think the cat should have half the. I just keep wondering how this dude keeps fighting like that and doesn't get points taken away. But you're gonna get mad at boxing fans who have video channels, who have YouTube channels for criticizing and acting, saying that they think Sean Porter is scared of Errol Spence or all these other people are scared of Errol Spence. What are they supposed to think? I mean, you can go into some diatribe about how these fighters are never scared of each other and how as a boxer you feel, you don't feel like that when you get to a certain level. And man, how am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know all I can go by is what you look like? And when you have an IBF champion, you have the guy who holds your belt. Because Sean Porter, only championship belt Sean Porter ever had was the IBF belt. The guy that beat him for that IBF belt was Kell Brook. The guy that beat Kell Brook was Errol Spence. But you over there hungry for the WBC belt. When this guy had your belt, what am I supposed to think? And it was like, well, we would never have you guys that don't have the money to go to the fights. And I have the money to go to fights. I'm not paying for no damn Sean Porter fight because the dude is a headbutt and an elbow. He's a headbutt and elbow artist. I'm not interested in Sean Porter, man. And you should do something about that and listen to what fans actually have to say and react and deal with it. But Sean Porter would have never been in that circumstance if he didn't think he was Hollywood, man. Sorry, man, I had to go on that for a little while, man. Let me back. Oh, Ishad McCarthy said, I saw that one, dog. Joshua don't like women. I don't know, man. Bias shop conversation. Good morning, Fanon. Oh, God. Appreciate your boxing perspective. Kenny got cojones, though. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. That dude look like he want to fight. He's like, man, ain't nobody going to say that to me. What you going to do? Beat up a boxing fan? What you going to do? Beat somebody up, dog? Yeah, Black Fight fan said, oh, Black Fight fan was like, pull up. Hey, man, Kenny don't need to pull up on me, dog. I ain't got no time for none of that, dude. Just suck it up. Suck it up. All right. Yeah, exactly, St. Cruz. Porter's playing football and compliant because people don't like it. Oh, Fanon, what's good? What's good? Hustler Slim in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, Rod and Keisha Deloach said Black Fight fan was like, pull up. Yeah. Hey, dog, let the big boys fight, man. That's cool. Black Fight Fan TV look like he about 6'4", 260. So, hey, man, yeah, I don't know. And all these dudes from Texas carry them things. So he ain't pulling up. He ain't pulling up. He just talking out the side of his neck, man. Harold Tatum, what's good, man? What's good? Israel in the house. Dude, Israel, are you from Israel? Israel? Josh Bevy, hey, man, peace in the Middle East, baby. Pinata took a selfie with Fury on stage. That dude came too loose. Yeah, he's going to get beat up. He ain't going to win that fight, though. That's what he know. When you start taking selfies and giggling and all that crap, that the dude is he's there to get his ass whooped. Josh BZ. Sup, Fanon? Eddie Hearn is a dosser of a scumbag. Yeah, man. Hey, and Josh Beasley, I just realized what dosser means. He's a bum. He's a homeless person. That's what dosser means. Dosser of a scumbag. Yeah, dude. Oh, he's the worst, man. He is the worst. But he runs Deontay Wilder. I mean, not Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry, I slipped. He runs Anthony Joshua, man. There was an article that came in, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm doing a lot less. I've switched up my conversations a little bit. The last few videos I've done is like, look, I'm going to talk about Gervonta Davis, spend a little bit of time talking about Gervonta Davis, talk about, the fight, even Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, which, my subscriber base don't give half a shit about. But, sometimes you just got to do and talk about the things that you want to talk about. So I did a bunch of those videos yesterday, man, and I didn't do this one where it was about Eddie Hearn and this article that came out. And the article was it literally talked about the 5 reasons that Eddie Hearn didn't sign the Anthony Joshua, the Deontay Wilder fight. Why Eddie Hearn didn't accept it. That just tells you right there that Eddie Hearn runs that kid, man. Eddie Hearn runs him. And that's old traditional promoter. It's an old traditional promoter model where they decide who you fight, where you fight, when you fight, if you fight. They have the ability to freeze you out. And did you hear that shit that Kenny Porter said about his own son? That look, if he doesn't take the fights that I want him to take, I'm his manager. I can just sit him on the shelf. Dog, I'd have fired my daddy right away. I'd be like, look, dude, I love you, dad, but we can't do this anymore. You're not going to decide. You're not going to decide what everybody else in the PBC gets to decide where they're fighting and who they're fighting, but Sean Porter can't decide. Dude, at some point in time, you gotta let your son grow up, man. Joshua's gonna stay in his house till Deontay leaves. Yeah, he's gonna stay in his. What's going on? Live Live. Yeah, he's gonna stay up in that gym, dog. Oh, Cali Fricks, you see how happy Wilder looked? Let's go, champ. Yeah, he looked happy, man. Fury looked happy too. I'm gonna tell you, man. I like Tyson Fury, so it's gonna be a tough. This is gonna be a tough road for me, man, because I like both fighters a lot. Cooper Packtober. Wilder and Fury need to book Wembley and sell it out so that Joshua don't have any leverage. His leverage is already shot, dog. It's all. I mean, he's gonna have a certain amount of leverage, man. But as it goes, dog, he's just gonna. It's going south. The dude's popularity is not going north; it's going south. I should not say. Yeah, there's some reasons why I should say going north, not south. But we'll get into the political, verbiage later. Why not? Why do the sanctioned bodies prefer AJ with their belts and not Wilder? Doesn't Wilder bring the most money to fights, 80 plus million? Here's the thing to this. Sanctioning bodies, I don't necessarily know that that's the case with the IBF. But there's a lot of politics to sanctioning bodies, and sanctioning bodies pretty much work with the promoters. And it depends on who has the most fighters fighting with that sanctioning body. You know what I mean? So you could look at like the WBC. Like, why would the WBC like Deontay Wilder and prefer to do things in a way that would suit Deontay Wilder, right? Because it's obvious according to everybody else. I think why not that you're trying to be, I don't know if you're trying to be a smart ass with that concept, but I'll go and believe, because I think you're being tongue in cheek. Not insulted by you being tongue in cheek, but I think you're being tongue in cheek, right? Let's go to Deontay Wilder. If Anthony Joshua was the money guy, then why would the WBC not make Dillian White the mandatory for Deontay Wilder if Eddie Hearn and Matchroom have the money? The answer is because, in my opinion, is because most of the sanctioned body fees are paid to the WBC by PBC fighters. So the WBO is whatever Bob orders, right? And Oscar De La Hoya, they run with the WBO. The sanctioning bodies align with promoters. The WBA and the WBA and the WBO, I don't think the IBF will cut them any slack, to tell you the truth. But the WBA and the WBO, most of the fighters that are holding belts with Matchroom, not that they have that many champions, but are related to that. Let me get to these super chats, though. That's my thought on it. Rick Samuel, man, much love in the super chat. And my man Mike Biggs, boxing, what's good, man? Said peace, Fanon. Shout out to you for bringing that real talk. Much appreciation, fam. LDBC, yes, sir. My man Mike Biggs, boxing, man, a big supporter of the channel, man. And got a channel of his own. Please subscribe to Mike Biggs, boxing. Ricky Samuel, what's good, man? Much love in the super chat. He said, hey, Fanon, morning, brother. What's good? Our champ, let it be known he's Belfast Bomb Squad. Yes, sir. Belfast Bomb Squad, dog. Yes, man. Yeah, so that's the answer to the question for you, man. I'm not in the mood to really chew on you, but I think I know what you were trying to get at there, man. The fact is that it's Don King can get you a title shot for the WBC without thinking about it. Because Don King knows the politics of the WBC, and those guys have been eating off Don King for 40 years. Same thing with Al Heyman and the PBC. Look how many WBC champions that they have. They have the heavyweight champions of WBC, Cat. They have one of the top-rated guys at middleweights is a WBC dude. Who was the WBC 168-pound champion? I don't recall that. But the 147 pounds, all kind of cats at 147 pounds. It's just, that's what it is, man. Gregory Wyatt was good, man. Said, greetings, brother and sister. Troll hunting reported for duty at Fanon International Boxing. Yes, sir. BBB 318 Fanon. Who would have knew Wilder was so famous in the US, in the UK. Exactly. I knew, they knew. That's why they talking about him. What's good? Slip the jab. What's good, man? Always brings a smile to my face to see Slip the jab, man. What's good, sir? Penitentiary Arms says, wasn't the $50 million offer for Wilder for a U.S. fight and would have had to be in the U.S. to support that amount? Didn't AJ demand the fight in the UK? Yes, to part one, and yes, to part two. Yes. What's this? Oh, I see the Spence bigger than Spence Carver. Excuse me. Live Live. Spence versus Canelo, Cinco de Mayo 219 is bigger than Spence versus Crawford. It is. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. That is a no doubt about it proposition right there. That's a huge fight. Man, I would much rather see Errol Spence Jr. do what he's doing. And moving up weight scares me. I ain't gonna lie. These cats that want to jump 2 weight class, all that stuff, man, that's a tough fight for Errol, man. And I love Errol, man. I love Errol Spence Jr. Canelo Alvarez is a really tough fight for him, man. He'll have to show something. And he has it to show, dog. I mean, if he gets bigger and stronger, though, and he really fills into 160, then he can walk through Canelo. But he's really going to have to do that, you know? Oh, why not? Oh, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. I was confused by the other LDBC bros who said sanctioning bodies want AJ because of money. It confused me because Wilder bringing the most money. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's fine, man. All good. Hey, much respect, man. I'm glad I didn't act funny then. I'm in a good mood today, though, man. So cats can ask me whatever, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy to be talking to boxing fans, man. Derek Marcel said, Fanon in the building. Yes, sir. We up in this joint. What's good? What's good? What's good? Charles Tyler, what's the difference? What difference does it make if you getting 50 million a fight? Exactly. Getting 50 million a fight. None. Dude, that's the stupidest shit. That dude, to get 10 million? To get 2 million? I mean, can it get 10 million? Tyson Fury said the dude got 10 million to fight Alexander Povetkin, and he had to, because how could they prevent that thing going to a purse bid if they didn't pay up top dollar to get that fight? That dude probably took a $40 million pay cut, but he didn't have any chance. He didn't have a choice because it's Eddie Hearn's decision. Will Stroker said, that name, dog, Will Stroker. I will Stroker. Fanon, good morning, everybody. Glad to be back in the chat, man. I'm glad to have you back in the chat. BBB 318 said, Wilder Fury is bringing boxing back to its great days. Yes, sir. Did you see how, man, I was excited to see that. You got two cats that want to fight each other. They're not acting like prima donnas. They're both in there talking about how they want to fight. Dude's daddy is crazy. John Fury, dude. John Fury's a wild boy, man. That is a fighting son of a gun right there, man. He looked like he wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. You can't beat me, you bum. It's like, man, don't be trying to talk about whooping my son. Oh, man, I loved it. Josh Beasy, Fanon, you think Eddie Hearn ain't got the kind of money he says worth? How you lose a purse bid? Oh, dude, he keeps losing them. Oh, because they're going to, hey, man, because they just decided they're going to beat him. I'm thinking he's losing it because he understands that these guys are going to keep up. They're going to keep moving the bid up. I don't know how it works, whether or not it's like a real, like you bid this, then they come back with this, then you come back with this, and you come back with that, or they just, I think you have to have an opportunity to match it. Oh, you said, yeah, they shook hands first before they jumped off. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, no, obviously, dude, everything with that. Look, here's my thing, and I'm gonna back up because I know I missed some people's comments, but I'm gonna back up. Hey, we got 122 people in the building. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's try to get the likes up to 100. It would be greatly appreciated. Cool Breeze, why y'all ain't calling out Gervonta Davis for ducking Lomachenko? Because he's not ducking him. That's why. Lomachenko fights at 135 pounds. Gervonta Davis fights at 130 pounds. Gervonta Davis did not make Lomachenko move up to 135 pounds. Okay? He moved out of the weight class. You can't be ducking somebody that's not in your weight class. Oh, the haters is watching. Oh, you know they do. Hey, haters. I would talk to y'all like I talk to my little, like my daughter when she gets up in the morning. Hey, baby, I miss ya. How you doing? Hey, how you doing, AJ fans? You know it hurts, dog. You know it hurts. It's okay. It's okay. He'll grow a pair of nuts eventually. You know, he'll hit puberty soon. He's 28. You know, he should get some bass in his voice in the next 2 years or so. He said, I think Gervonta weigh 150 now. Maybe, dude. Darcel, at least, hey, Darcel, let him at least hit the hate button. There you go. We got 2 more hates right there, dog. What do you say? Hey, for now, what's your take on Fred playing peekaboo with the LDBC, pleading the fifth? Is cool with me. I don't know what that is. What is you talking about? Fred from Barbershop Conversation? I don't have any. I don't know what peekaboo with the LDBC is. If you could explain yourself, I don't know. Yeah, Slip the Jazz said haters is fan too. They just in the closet. Hey man, I got a lot of cats that can't stand what I got to say about Anthony Joshua. But dude, here's the thing: there's so many subjects in boxing that you can get along on. I mean, come on, man. I like Vasyl Lomachenko. You know, I like him. And some people with the UK like Anthony Joshua. Well, actually, let me stop. Because most of these guys that are Anthony Joshua fans that come to the channel talking all that crap don't even know who Lomachenko is. You know, they don't know who Lomachenko is. They don't know 90% of the things. They don't even know anything about the 90% of the things that we would agree upon if they did know it, because they just picked up the sport of boxing. But, you know, it is what it is, man. 78 Sports TV in the house with the best morning show in the business, dog. Super enjoy that shit y'all do. What's good, my man? How you feeling? Facts is fact. AJ's a fraud. Yeah, absolutely, dog. Yeah, he showed it to it. Oh, Chess Rock said, easy on the UK fans. Look, man, you know I gotta mess around with you. I'm telling you, man, I gotta mess around with you, man. I got all kind of love for the UK fans, man. Yeah, man. Chester Rockwell, much respect, man. Facts is fact. AJ's fraud. Yeah. I mean, he's a dude that can fight. It's just that he just, like, most of it's phony. Whenever you have a lot of promotion around a fighter and a lot of like media, like you have people hiring media marketing agencies and PR agencies, they start putting a lot of fluff and bullshit around the fighter that people start buying into. And when they get a lot of fluff and nonsense around the fighter, either positive or negative, and people start buying into it, that is when it attracts the casual fan. And the casual fan drives up the dollars for the fights. But there will always be some friction between guys that you don't need to market a fighter to. Like, nobody has to market Anthony Joshua to me. I know who Anthony Joshua is. I knew who Anthony Joshua was well before he got a heavyweight, before he got a title. You know what I mean? I know who Teofimo Lopez is well before, at this point, before anybody who's in mainstream fighters know about him. You knew about Errol Spencer. We know who Daniel Dubois is, right? We know who all these guys are. We don't need, typically people that come to this channel don't need that. They can sit. You can have Tony Yoka out there in France, the cat that got popped for PEDs, and he's free to fight everywhere in the world except for France. We know who he is, right? But that's the kind of UK fans that you fall in love with somebody. Like, I think these guys might have seen him. Oh, dude is saying Fred is between Porter and LBC. I mean, it is. Hey, I can't get into that, man. There's a bunch of different people got different viewpoints with people, man. You know what I mean? And if Fred got a relationship with Kenny Porter, it's all good. He's got a relationship with him. If certain people don't like what Kenny Porter has to say, hey, man, them cats can all sit. The one thing about it is people are grown ass men, you know, and grown ass men are going to have disagreements. That's the same thing that I was just saying about the fact that in boxing you can have things that you have things that you disagree about. You know, I got a whole bunch of cats that I'm cool with to the extent you cool with people on YouTube, right? About Terrence Crawford, right? And talking about when I talk about Terrence Crawford and Lomachenko, and Terrence Crawford should be number one pound for pound over him and Gennady Golovkin, right? We all cool. My man Think Tank of the Esoteric, man. Shout out to my man Think Tank of Esoteric. Good dude. We agree with that. When I talk about Errol Spence, he thinks I'm a fucking idiot. And he all but calls me an idiot. But that's just how it is, man. Grown men are grown men, man. You can agree on one thing and disagree on other things, and everything still be good. You know what I mean? Durkel said, I got a message deleted. Oh, yeah, you got to get out of here, dog. Come on. Oh, nah, Tone Banger's got a wrench. He can throw you out for that. Come on, let's keep people's mamas out of the subject. Durkel Marcel said, Kenny calling cats broke and they don't know dudes from a hole in the wall. That's the BS. Yeah, man, but you mean, fuck, we don't know them. You know, he can say, I think the dude, I don't have any issue with him saying I'm broke because I ain't fucking broke. You know, like, I'm not broke. The fuck you talking about, Kenny? I'm not broke. I'm not rich. That shit runs right off my back. I'm not broke. And the reason that I don't want to go to a Kenny Porter fight, Sean Porter fight, is I don't want to pay for a Sean Porter fight. His shit sucks. And I'm gonna be more blatant about that today than I normally would be, but I don't like watching Sean Porter fight. Sean Porter's in a wrestling match. I don't like that shit. I like what he's doing, but the thing that got me more about Kenny Porter was when I listened to the interview that he did with Showtime, and he said that he's in control of Sean Porter's career. And I'm like, dude, I got a 12-year-old son, and I give my 12-year-old son more room to make decisions than that. I mean, God dog, you know what I mean? What's going on with Marlon Sims? I see Marlon Sims in the building. But, you know, I mean, I wouldn't get pissed off because he said he's implying that broke people's opinion don't matter. Hey, man. Hey, King Busy, man. Look, here's the thing, man. I would not unsubscribe to Barbershop Conversations because of that. I think I've had one conversation with Fred from Barbershop Conversations. Look, man, people are going to disagree about things. That cat does good work for boxing, man. He goes to the fights. He pays to go to fights. He's in there. He asks tough questions. You know what I mean? No need to unsubscribe to the dude, man. Support the dude. Let him know what you think about what he said, you know, in no uncertain terms, man. But look, man, this is a good thing that's going on in boxing with YouTube, despite what Kenny Porter thinks about it. We're like, oh, well, you know, when Kenny Porter started off, he didn't have YouTube. Yeah, he did. It was called East Side Boxing and all them shits. People said the same shit. I've been in comment sections talking about boxing from about 2002. I started a video channel last year, but I've been talking to people. Everybody that has a video has talked to me under a different name, under just my private email type of thing for years. I've been saying the same thing for years. Just because now you got YouTube and you get to hear it, and you have a situation where fight fans got real smart, or let me put it better. 78 Sports TV started something that kind of got a fire underneath it and allowed people to congregate. And when you have thousands of people talking with each other every other day, talking with each other every day, the analytics blow up. See, this is the thing that these cats don't understand, and I'm going to explain this. With the internet, it's not that it's your titles do as much damage to people's reputation in the eyes of marketers as what you actually say in the video. Because they have these analytic tools, data mining companies that pull out all of the names of a fighter or of a person in all of the applications that are on the internet, whether it be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anyone, probably private ones on Patreon. All of those things get documented. And when people say, well, who's a popular fighter? Damn, Deontay Wilder, now his mentions have gone up 80% in the last year. This dude is rocket shipping we got to get on board with him. That's how that stuff works. So when they give their analytics to people, they're like, damn, dog, we getting behind Errol Spence Jr. because Errol Spence Jr. has a lot of positive name recognition and a lot of positive comments coming about him. And that's because people like him. Fuck the dumb shit. People like him. And people in boxing, real boxing fans don't like duckers. And when you get Hollywood with hardcore boxing fans, they react to that. And they are the ones that are talking every day. Casual fans talk about one subject and go on and watch a football match. But the people who are real hardcore boxing fans, maybe the 20, 30,000 people that watch, and I'm stealing that number from 78 Sports TV. I always like to give acknowledgement to information from people that I get it from, because I think that was a very astute observation. From the 30,000 people or so that talk about boxing on a regular basis, right? They are the ones that are going to put out the majority of that information. But anyway, man, I belabor in that point. Fucking cry me a river, man, on that shit, Kenny Porter. Put on your big boy panties. What's good, MP4 Vince? What's good, man? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Octavision Wilder is big. Worldwide, real talk. Respect the real champ. Respect Tyson Fury too. Eddie Germ is shitting in his pants for missing this. Yeah, he tried to own everything. He's like the pinky in the brain, dog. That's who Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are. They're fucking pinky in the brain. You got dumbass you got dumbass Anthony Joshua walking around and little Pinky trying to figure out how he's going to take over the world. Native Black Faculty Boxing. Shout out to the whole panel, LDBC, for 978 Sports TV, and the whole family. I'm late. What's good, Native Faculty? Native Black Faculty Boxing, my dude. Tony Snowflakes, what's good on? Now, I'm telling you, that's who they are. It's fucking Pinky in the brain, dog. Terrence can do nothing with Uncle Bob. Yeah, he can. It's tough. I don't know, man, but Uncle Bob's going to be a dude. He's got to make his money now, dog. There's some other crazy stuff happening with Bob Arum, man. Do you realize that Todd DeBuff got put into the Nevada State Hall of Fame? Crazy. Cash is King Boxing. What's good, man? See, what's going on, CMS HJ Dog? What's good, my man? Tony Snowflakes was. I'm back in the intro mode, dog. I'm telling you, man. Oh, says at St. Cruz, you got Mikey calling out Spence. Hey, dude, I really would rather see the Lomachenko fight, man. But I would take either one. It is what it is, man. It's boxing. It'll be good. I think that'll be a fun fight, though, man. Another good, fun lead up to the fight, man. K. Diddy, the Kango King. My name is in the streets. My name is my name. Cool. Good to know. Oh, is that Kenny Porter you got in that picture right there? That's funny. He said, "What? Respect to you for not Activision. Respect to you as well, man." Excuse me, I got the sniffles. Y'all hear me sniffling? Forgive me. Hey, look, we got 166 people in the building, 167 people in the building. Let's try to get the likes up over 100. It would be greatly appreciated. We got 8 dislikes. I know what that is. That's because I'm making fun of Anthony Joshua. But look, stick around boxing for a while, man. It will get easier. We will get together. But the UK, that whole shit that Eddie Hearn put on y'all was unfair, man. It's like some of you cats are abused, like you're abused children. You can't, what your daddy did to you, you're suffering from what your daddy did to you. Okay? Eddie blew all that smoke up your behind about nobody knowing who Deontay Wilder was, at the same time talking about Deontay Wilder as if you shouldn't have caught it then. Nobody knows who this guy is. Well, if nobody knows who this guy is, how do you know who he is? I thought he was a WBC champion. He's never fought anybody. He's got 40 fights. He had to fight somebody in 40 fights, right? No. He's a complete and utter bum. I can walk through the streets of the United States. Nobody knows who. What the fuck does that got to do with him, whether or not? But can Anthony Joshua beat him? I never heard Eddie Hearn say, oh, Anthony Joshua knocks out Deontay Wilder. It's an easy fight. He's a bum. That's the one dude I ain't never heard call Deontay Wilder a bum. That is telling. Tyson Fury has called Deontay Wilder a bum. Said that he beat him. I've never heard Anthony Joshua say he'll beat Deontay Wilder. And I've never heard Eddie Hearn ever call Deontay Wilder a bum. They both act scared of him. And I don't care what Kenny Porter has to say about fight fan, no boxer ever being scared. I'm not a boxer. I don't know. I'm not going to take your word at it. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, motherfucker, it's a duck. Okay, you look scared. You sound like you don't want to fight a guy that's got a belt. You look like and you acting like you don't want to fight a guy that got a belt. I'm gonna think you don't want to fight a guy that has a belt. And I'm not gonna sit and be like, hold on, before I think you're scared, can I please see your balance sheets? I need to know exactly. Let me do this in-depth analysis of what your viewership numbers are, what his viewership numbers are, where, what your cut of the revenue is going to be before I make a determination about whether or not you're chicken shit. I'm just going to say, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, quack, quack, dude. Fly off. You acting like a duck. And that's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. That's what Sean Porter looked like. And it would be unreasonable for somebody to assume otherwise. Because what is the only reason this is a fight? It's a fight. Somebody doesn't want to fight somebody else. What is the natural reason to believe somebody doesn't want to fight somebody else? Is that they're scared of them. Either they're scared or not. We know that maybe doesn't think, no, I'm not even going to give an excuse. Fight the guy. You wouldn't have me wondering. Answer the question for me. I'll tell you this. I know for sure. Ash King Pride said a fighter may not be scared of another fighter, but he can be scared of losing to that fighter. Yeah, for no doubt about it. But for me playing dummy, I'm just going to knock down. I'm going to act like I'm a 6-year-old. Okay, and you got to admit, Ash Kicking Product, there's a lot of boxing fans that act like 6-year-olds. Scared is scared. What he's scared of, I don't know. But I know I didn't get to see the fight. And I think it's reasonable for me to say, I think you're scared. You know what I mean? But definitely respect Ash Kick. And I think what you're saying is true. Let me even acknowledge that. Let me acknowledge that even more so. I agree with what you're saying. And then this is me being a little low, debating in the alternative. But when Kenny talk about Kenny, Kenny, I don't know you, Kenny. I don't know you. But I can afford to go to your fight, man. And I don't think just because I want to criticize you that you got free license to complain about me. I do pay for your fights, though, because I got a Showtime subscription. Joshua's lying. He doesn't want to fight Wilder. I don't really even think he's ever said that he wants to, man. Golden Gloves Box said, I like Sean Porter. I do like Sean Porter. I'm being critical now of him just because his daddy talked out of his neck. But I'll be back to liking him tomorrow. And I like them as people. I just don't really care for how the guy. I have never cared for his fighting style. I'll buy all y'all tickets. Hey, man, buy me a ticket. Now buy me a plane ticket and I'll be there. I'll cover my hotel. Let me back up a little bit, man. Offer me $50 million and I'm playing Buster Douglas. You can get, dog, exactly. But you're not if you got an ironclad contract with your promoter that doesn't let you do it. And if you don't want to re-sign with him, you got an advance of $30 million you got to come up off of, or you got a $15 million advance that you got to come up off of, or pay steep penalties per the month. Zane, I'm gonna call you Zane. I'm not sure I pronounced. They can offer me $10K. Yeah. Ash Kicking Products and my man. Oh, MP4 Vids wins the fight, man. When's the fight? Isn't it coming up? MP4? Hey, Money, let me know. Isn't your fight coming up soon? Get in the ring. He's already lost before. I don't see what's stopping him. I don't understand men should be compensated for a threat. Spence didn't always have good money for the ass kicking he'd been handing out. Yeah, he's making good money now. Okay, I got that in the middle. I got to go back down. I want to make sure I didn't miss any Fanons. Okay, yeah, Sal, Fanon. If Sean loses, K. Diddy gonna have to get a 9-to-5 job. Nah, not the way he sounds, dog. The way he sounds as a manager, he's taking 10% of his money. August 24th in Minneapolis. That's what's up. Money Pal the 4th. It's fighting August 24th in Minneapolis. Man, you guys should be there, huh? When you heading up there? Do you guys head up there the week before? You guys must already be there, huh? I don't know if it was gonna work like that for you guys, but that's next week. That's what's up. Octavision, first of all, it's not 50 million, it's 50 million guaranteed. He would have made 127 million in just one fight with Wilder. Oops. I flew out of your. Hey, man, much love in the super chat. My man Gregory White. He said, Porters have forgotten their base, and I and many others travel for fights routinely. I can't support two duckers. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, you travel? Oh, hey, man, you are the most prized of fight fans, dude. You are the most prized. Oh, I saw that. He said, Kenny said he whooped Bronner's ass when he was 10. Snatch his ass up for acting stupid in the hallway. I can believe it. Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard it. He said he snatched him up in the hallway, dude. Oh, so we head out August 22nd. Okay, cool. That's what's up. And yeah, you fly down there, get it ready. Read my question, please. Sal Gutierrez. Yes, let me go back. And shout out to Super Chat, Gregory White, man. Much love and support, man, for the support, man. Sal Gutierrez. Damn. I'm having a hard time moving around here, but I got to get to my man, Sal. There it is. Sal. Question. If Eddie... Damn, I need to go down just a little further. I got this obnoxious little thing. Okay. Fanon, question. If Eddie can sign for AJ, then it's time to re-up. Does Eddie just sign without AJ? First of all, I'm shocked that anybody who another fighter would accept the fight with Anthony Joshua without seeing Anthony Joshua at least acknowledge that he's aware of the terms and conditions in the agreement. I'd be shocked. Okay. Because if that's the case, but if there's an overall promotional agreement in which would assign power of attorney, for lack of a better phrase, because I'm sure that's probably not accurate, right? But or agency, I guess, which gives Eddie Hearn agency and allows him to bind Anthony Joshua in fights. Then if the promotional agreement, theoretically, because I haven't seen it, if the promotional agreement expires or is terminated by by mutual agreement by both of the parties, then that has to be both people, because he can't just sign him to anything. He has to have some type of agreement with him. Eddie Hearn has to have some type of agreement with Anthony Joshua that would support Eddie Hearn being able to sign him and commit him to taking certain boxing matches. But honestly, I'm going to say this again, I'm not surprised that Eddie Hearn would try that, because that's in Eddie Hearn's interest. Of course, he would want that in a contract. And the way that Eddie Hearn negotiates, from what I can see, he's the type of scumbag to ask for that. To say, look, yeah, you signed this promotional agreement. I get to sign any and all agreements for you related to your boxing, managerial contracts, promotional contracts, sponsorship contracts, all of those, everything. I sign everything. You make no decision relative, if it's in any way, shape, or form connected to the sport of boxing, using your image in this related to the sport of boxing. I get to write to all of that, and I get a 30% cut of all of it. Of course, Eddie Hearn would ask for that. And if Anthony Joshua was stupid enough to give it to him, hey man, more is highly unethical, but more power to him. However, at a certain point, there has to be some agreement that he's going to sign all that away to him. That's my take on it. But seriously, man, that's some crazy shit. Slip the jab, my dude, my man. I missed the super chat, man. Much love for the support in the super chat. Fanon, do you feel AJ could save any pride or face by stepping in the ring post Wilder Fury match and step into the winner? Smash the like button. Yes, smash like button. Yeah, that would save a lot. Absolutely. If he did that, see, doing the unexpected will make people say, damn, yeah, he must really want the fight. Did you see what he did? He walked up and slapped Deontay Wilder in the mouth. How could he be scared? wow, that's a side of AJ we didn't see. And he would actually probably reignite his fan base and get a lot of people who are turned off by the things that he said, but yet aren't all the way on board with Deontay Wilder or all the way on board with Tyson Fury. It would give them a reason to be a fan of theirs. Because that's what, yeah, that would be, I think that'd be the smartest move that he could do. I know he's in training camp and he won't do it, and he won't do it. Man, there was an interview that was done by not an interview. If you haven't checked out O'Hara Davies' channel, and I can't remember, I think it was Dark Truth or Dr. Blick that hit me to O'Hara Davies' YouTube channel. And O'Hara Davies talked about dealing with Matchroom, and then he talked about the people that are around Anthony Joshua. And he said everybody surrounded with Anthony Joshua talks about him like a dog. All the people that manage his stuff, have, like super close family relationships with Eddie Hearn. And I was just, as soon as I heard that, I was like, man, yeah, that dude is like surrounded. Dude is surrounded. But, that's how they do cats. I mean, hey, somebody had to give him a shot. And, you hope that the people that give you a shot treat you fairly. But that's not always the case in boxing, man. Promoters work for promoters, and it's a dog eat dog business, obviously. Excuse me. FOG Boxing. Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. I got something going on with my hike and trying to move this screen down. FOG Boxing Talk Plus, my dude. Salute Fanon, International Boxing, the chat room, Wrench Mob. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're over 107 likes. That's what's up. Let's see if we can get them up. We got 183 people in the building. Man, this is a lot of fun to have this conversation with you guys. I definitely got to get back to doing these on a regular basis. Yeah, Plantation Hearn. Yes, sir. Oh, Beverly Rose is in there. What's good, Beverly Rose? Channel is growing and growing. Subscribe to Beverly Rose Boxing. AJ slapping Deontay never happened. Hey, man, that's what he should do. That's what he should do. If he wanted to get some, what they call it, street cred. That's how they refer to it. If you want some street credibility or you want some hardcore boxing fans credibility, go up and slap him in his mouth. Literally put your hand on him. And I'm sure Deontay Wilder would not do a Dominic Brazil and sue him. Don't try to damage him. Don't try to cold cock sucker punch him, but get with him. But he's not going to do that. And see, that's how little confidence I have in Anthony Joshua. He won't do it because some marketing guy will tell him not to. And he won't, how they'll keep him from doing it? They won't put it on his planner. The little girl, whoever the name is of the woman that is his personal day-to-day, wakes him up in the morning with a phone call, tells him where he's going to eat lunch, tells him what interview he's going to do in the afternoon, tells him what time his training is, goes buys his sheets for him, does his shopping, coordinates with his fitness trainer and his masseuse. She's not going to put that on the calendar. So she doesn't put it on the calendar, he's not going to be able to do it. I'm telling you, I can see how his day is. That's his day. It's got to be. Surrounded at all times, dog. Passive student said, hey, please, AJ ain't slapping ish. Nah, dude. Millennial Aftermath, what's good, man? Everything is good, man. I just moved. Oh, did you? That's what's up. Yeah, I'm loving Texas. Loving it, man. I'm loving it. I took a day off from working out yesterday, but I'll get back to it today. But, man, I'm loving Texas, man. I'm loving Texas. Said that shit is not happening. He ain't slapping nobody. Well, you never know, man. He could grow a pair later in life. Infamous LSG said his Lord and Savior Meghan Markle forbids Joshua from any contact with Mark Wilder. Meghan Markle, dog. That's a whole nother conversation, boy. Woo-wee. When's she gonna divorce him, dog? That's what I want to know. When's she gonna divorce him, dog? Oh man. Tony Snowflakes already and make $1 billion on a book. Jeff the Produce, he got that 007 protection agency. You know that. Oh, he said, what interview O'Hara Davis you talking about? It's on his channel. Troy from Philly. It's O'Hara Davies has it's Davies. O'Hara Davies has a YouTube channel, and I think the title of the video was Why I Left Matchroom. But it's the one where he talks about how Matchroom Boxing threw him underneath the bus. And in the midst of that conversation, talking about it, that's when he mentions it, man. Oh, my man, Two Robinson, what's good, man? He said, Two Robinson, I didn't get the notification. Much respect to everybody in the chat. Salute on the JOB. That's what, man, dude. So my man, Two Robinson, be putting on that grind, dog. That's what's up, man. And supporting the channel, man. It's much love for the support, man. Two Robinson. Hey, and y'all hit me up on the emails, man. It's something that Anthony Johnson does. Look, man, for people that don't know, my email is on the page. If y'all want to talk boxing, you can just as quickly send me an email and talk because there used to be like a community tab where you could have, individual conversations. You can't have that, but shoot me an email, man. I reply to emails, man. And my dude, Anthony Johnson, who I haven't seen on the channel in a while, shoots me emails, man, and just quick questions or, if you want, there's a video that you want me to watch and do a video on, let me know, man. Hit me up on my email. Of course, certain cats got my phone number, like my man MP4 Vids. We be chatting it up for on the side on the regular. It's all good, man. AJ put on cologne, slap it on KO himself. Saying, hey dog, he's that chinny. That's some chinny shit right there. Octavision, 100 million not guaranteed. He ain't getting that up front. He got fights for 3 years on Eddie Mandingo to get that 100 million. One fight with Wilder. Yeah, that's just, hey man, who knows? Who knows? I did a video, dog. I think he's a dumb jock. He just doesn't want to think. That's a lot of work to go through all of that stuff and figure that stuff out, by the way. That's not easy. I mean, that stuff will give people headaches. Just sitting down and talking and working through that type of stuff and then making a decision. Some people are just, the path of least resistance. Take the path of least resistance. Chess Rockwell said, if AJ signed 100 million, 127 million US dollar extension with Matchroom Sky earlier this year, why would he care about passing on $50 million fight in the US ASAP? You got to be joking, right? Let me reread this question, dog, because I don't think you want to. I want to make sure I understand this question. If AJ signed $127 million fight extension with Matchroom early this year, why would he care about passing on $50 million to fight Wilder in the US? Okay, I want you to take your word and I'm going to read it with this word in it, and then this will explain it to you. AJ signed a up to 127 million extension with Matchroom. Up to earlier this year. Why would he care about passing on a $50 million guarantee to fight Wilder in the US? It's up to $127 million, which means he has to continue to win. And the pay-per-view numbers have to come through, and he's got to fight several times over 3 years. Anthony Joshua fights 2 times a year. That's 6 fights that he's got to get through to make $127 million. He would have gotten $80 million in 2 fights. 2 fights. Guaranteed $80 million in 2 fights. If the fights had done well, and it was 100, and he could have made that. There's a chance he could make 127 million in 3 fights versus 6 fights. And if he took the $50 million guarantee, that would have taken that extension up, because now he'd be getting 80 million in his first 2 fights. That leaves another 100. What is that? Another 47 million. Roll it up to $50 million to earn in his next between 6 fights. If he gets $20 million a fight over 6, that's $120 million plus the $80 million. That's $200 million. So if he had taken those 2 fights and had that be part of his fight contract with Sky, then that contract could have feasibly been worth an extra $80 million, an extra $70 million. But he has to win to get those fights. Those fights aren't guaranteed. At least I don't know of them being that way. That's why. I mean, dude, it's $80 million in 2. That's like saying, look, man, I'll give you a job. I'll pay you. Look, I want to hire you, and I'm going to pay you $200,000. I'm going to pay you $200,000 over 3 years. Somebody else says, look, I'll pay you $50,000. I'll give you $60,000 today. What do you think about that deal? Which deal would you take? The guy that says, look, I'll pay you up to $200 million, or I'll pay you up to $200,000 over the next 3 years. And then the other guy says, look, I'll pay you $60,000 today. At least $60,000 today. And as much as $80,000 today. Would you take $80,000 today or up to $200,000 over 3 years? If you took that up to over 3 years, you're an idiot. You would be an idiot. I would take that money right now. Oh, I get $80,000 today? $80,000 today. And if you do the job real well, I'll give you $100,000. Come on, dog. That ain't hard, man. That ain't hard. That ain't hard at all. But, you know, it is what it is. He's the MP Forbes. I'm taking the 80K right freaking now. Right now. 80K now or 200,000 over a year. Over 3 years. It's over 3 years. Oh, no. Bloodbox's latest video. No, I haven't, man. I got to check him out. Thanks. I didn't get a... Man, let me put that. I should put that. I'm going to watch it right when I get out. Mr. J, what's going on, Matthew Valentine? My man, what's good? Said, Mr. J Duke 40, you've been missed, man. I'm glad, man. I missed y'all, man. I got to get on the grind more. I got to get on the grind more on my boxing video talk. I've been doing the videos, but, you know, it's good. It's all good, man. Sal, take this 80 million with that ass beating. Exactly, dude. Exactly. You better take that 80 million. What? Dude, that shit is... Dude, when you steer seriously, but think about it like that. You take that, dude, you take the guarantee right now. Man, you take that guarantee right now. Now. You don't know what could happen. Dude, you might get hit by a bus. You know, you could, dude, he could turn an ankle, man. Tear his ankle up. He could tear a rotator cuff in practice and be done. Eddie Hearn can just, you know what? And Eddie Hearn can just get mad, dog. Eddie Hearn can just get mad and shelve him if he loses or looks bad, dude. Come on, man. Shit is crazy, dude. Is it me or did Wilder look shorter than Fury by a few inches? It's not you. He is shorter than Fury by a few inches. Tyson Fury is 6'9". Tyson Fury is a big man. It was not you. Tyson Fury is 6'9", Holmes. That's a big dude, man. You take that money up front like handicap Parker. You got that right, dog. Like handicap parking. World Breaker Fighting, what's good, man? I'm chilling, you know, talking this boxing. Having a good time. Yes, sir. Oh, Curtis Anderson, Kurt Sugar in the building, man. He said, Fanon, it's been a minute. We got a big September coming. Yes, we do. It's going to be fight after fight after fight after fight. Yes, sir. Chess Rockwell's, you're not a boxing fan, you simply don't get it. Chess Rockwell, but look, here's RJ. If he doesn't understand that you take 80 million, that you take $80,000 today instead of 200,000 over 3 years, up to $200,000, a guaranteed 80,000 today. Oh, hold on, all you got to do is show up and do it. You get it. Oh wow, dog, that's crazy. Of course you take it. You can go do something with that. Crazy. Good morning, Fanon and chat at work. Listen, what's going on, Reef the Watcher, man? One of my favorite channels on YouTube. Man, dude, that is the #1 underground channel. He be slapping casuals, slapping them, dog. You take that money right now, dude. You sound like a real dummy trying to make excuses for AJ turning down the biggest payday in combat. Nobody's going to ever buy that, Crest Walkwell. It's just nobody's ever going to buy that, man. Oh, if I'm saying getting hit by a bus, not as bad as got hit by water. I kid. Hey, yeah, it is getting. You don't get paid for getting hit by a bus. You can't. You don't get paid for that, man. Top of the morning to you as well, sir. Oh, Octavision 8. People going in. Crest Rockwell, you getting in on, man. Randy Ridley said, I'd take the 80 million, then put no immediate until I ask for it. Take the money, then regroup would be my strategy. Dude, you gotta take the rematch, immediate rematch. You gotta take the rematch. Man, you done. You gotta take the immediate rematch. You're done, dog. Unless you just love the crowds and you love all that's gonna go away anyway. The crowds, the adulation, all that stuff is gonna go. Unless you're Muhammad Ali, that shit's gonna go away, dude. Okay, there's no boxer that keeps that. Okay, the only boxer that ever kept that like that for his entire life, Joe Louis. No, not even Joe Louis. It's probably Ali. He's probably the only one that all the way through his life, and not a lot had to do with the fact that he couldn't take advantage of it. The adulation is gonna go away, man. The adulation is gonna go away. Or you're going to get tired of it, but the money is there, dude. And it's not like he can go out and get a 9-to-5 job. What's he going to do? Be an accountant? You take the money, man, and roll. Yeah, dude's you're going to get troll. Tone Bangers didn't already put you out. You talked about my mama, I'd have thrown you out. I don't control the chat, dog. I'm telling you, I don't control the chat. All I do is give cats wrenches who get to say what they want to say and throw you out. Like my man Sal Gutierrez said, or take 3-year deal and Eddie will protect you. Yeah. But God, dog, take the money. No, you take the money. But look, man, hey, I appreciate everybody coming to the chat, man. I've been on about an hour. I'm going to try to cut it short. I know there's some cats that want to get on to if I didn't get to your comment, man, forgive me. Oh yeah, Blood Bites is really passionate about old school fighters. Yeah, it's a great channel. One of my favorite YouTubers, easy, man. Top 1, top 2. Blood, man, that's my dude. Great videos. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check him out when I go back to do this work, man. So look, man, I appreciate everybody. Randy Ridley, man, said you're totally right. I thank you, man. Appreciate that. But look, man, I'm about to roll out of here. I'm gonna let some other cats get on. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like on the way out, that would be cool. If not, hey man, I understand. But I'm gonna go do some work, man. Let some of these other cats, the other channels, do their live streams, man. There's a lot of people putting in a lot of work, a lot of real good content. So I'm not gonna hog the mic. I think is there. Yeah. So with that, I'm out. Peace. Oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified if they notify you of when we do the live streams and when we do the videos, man. It would be much, much appreciated, man. And as we walk out the door, J-Dog took a moment to throw out Crest Rockwell. But don't worry, Crest Rockwell will be back. That's not the first time he's been on the channel. We know the game. He'll have a new moniker and be back later. And with that, you got him, dog. And with that, I'm out. Peace.